Wednesday. I have Miss Linda here, and I've got Kai, and I've got Amelia, and we're going to talk about the school weekend coming up and the project that little overachiever Belinda over here says, "Why not? Let's do it." Belinda,
Yes.
tell us about this.
Well, we have a fun weekend at the Littell Parton Center, which Iva and I humbly refer to as the old high school in Tracy City, Tennessee. And we have some plays that our students have written, and we refer to it as the Locker Project. And students in the Spark program, Students Preventing Addiction and Raising Knowledge, and other Grundy County students have written some plays that depict life growing up in Grundy County and what it was like to grow up there, go to school there, and just how the relationships in that place have shaped their lives. And we also have been working on a project where the students have interviewed 34 alumni from Old Grundy County High School, and that's just how I default to referring to it.
And I'm
But
sorry.
they have conducted interviews, and Matt Morrison came and set up lighting and sound for us and helped get it set up, and then just turned it over to the students. Those students interviewed alumni and talked about, what it was like being a child there, growing up, school there, asked questions about family and folks who had shaped their lives. And that sort of got condensed down by Katie Morgan and her students.
Oh, Katie's amazing.
Katie's amazing, and so is Sarah Hamilton, who's helped with the
yeah.
play. But they took an idea that I had when I first went back into Old Grundy County High School as an employee. My office is upstairs, and I just looked at those lockers and I thought, man, the stories those lockers could tell. And you open them up and they're musty and rusty and so plus so, and then one name is scratched out and another one's written below it. And there's even a message written in one of the lockers that says, Nixon is nice. So, old messages, lots of gum still stuck on them too. But I just knew that those lockers were sort of a baseline for the stories that came out of that place. And from that, Katie just got some funding with National Geographic Society.
Wow.
And it just kind of took off from there. Sarah Hamilton with the Swanee theater department got wind of it, and just like this story's not finished with these pictures on the locker. Oh, I should back up and say that we will have posters hanging on the locker that shows senior picture and a current headshot and name, where you grew up, in a few paragraphs about the story from the interviews. And it's a permanent display. You walk in and you'll be seeing the people who actually walk those halls. Lots of different kind of folks, different personalities, and one ended up being in one of the plays. They recruited Jody Hargis to be in their play. So
That is hilarious.
it is. So yeah, fans of Jody, come see. But that's sort of how this whole project started, with just a few little humble thoughts, and it's blown just wide open.
When did you start this process?
Oh gosh, when did we start, you guys?
Somewhere
June
back in June. Yeah.
6th.
Yeah.
June 6th.
It's a quick thing. It's a quick
Look at all the
turnaround.
blessings that popped up. And I mean, you hear,
And they've been the theater crew has been working diligently. I mean, they have really worked day and night and late evenings, and little Debbie snacks and pizza and Sundrop to keep them going. But,
That is all right. So you guys are the rising seniors. This is you just took this project and just ran with it. Is that right? And I love that we're mentoring our future. Tell us your story, Kai.
Well,
Like how you got involved and what this project has evolved into, and tell us why we should go see it.
well, it started from doing all the oral histories, and while we were doing that, Katie sent us a message and said, "Hey, Sarah is gonna come by and talk to you guys about this theater thing." So we're like, "Okay." So, and she sent a Google form for us to sign up, and so we talked a little bit about it, and so I decided to do it personally because I wanted to get a little bit more out of my comfort zone and just go and work with people and do something a little different and perform in front of people. And it's been really fun so far. I'm glad I did it, and I would do it again.
Do we have a theater department in high school?
We have one class, but it's nothing like what we're doing out there.
Really?
Yeah, it's just one semester. I don't actually know what they do in it anymore because the teacher that was doing it isn't teaching anymore.
Huh.
So I don't really know what goes on in there.
What do you like about acting? I mean, it's bringing characters to life.
It's just, I don't know. It's kind of, it's just fun to do.
Just fun to do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like for when my kids were growing up, I always had a dress up box that I would go to the thrift stores and buy all these fun little outfits. And you didn't need games. I had girls, and they just dress up all the time and playing different characters, and that brings out the creativity that they still do today. So, all right, Rising Senior, what are you excited about this year?
I think that this year is going to be a lot more fun. I feel like I'll be a lot more involved because part of coming out of my comfort zone with this is to talk to people, because I was a bit more shy than I am now and I didn't really talk to anybody. But yeah, now I'm talking to more people, and I was getting more involved with things last year, going to all the football games and everything like that. So I think it's going to be really fun.
Okay, all right. Amelia, what's your story? You got involved, and here we are. How's the journey?
Yes, ma'am. The journey has been like one of the most fun summers I've had. I remember for the oral history project, we got a message from Miss Belinda, and I was like, that just sounds so fun, interviewing these older folks and learning their stories and just getting to hear from them and all this knowledge that they have. And then hearing about the theater project, being able to bring these stories back to life and just giving opportunity to it was just, it's been so fun.
Now, the theme is, let me see if I can get this right. It's resilience and belonging.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about the flavor of this weekend and what we're going to expect at the show.
So we have a lot of different acts. Me personally, I'm doing a puppet show with the other participants, and my puppet show is about orientation and initiation at the high school. So from what I learned through the oral history project was that the older high school, the people who went to the old high school, they had to go through this initiation process before they were actually allowed into high school life. And so that's what my puppet show is about. I know that Trinity Witt is doing she's doing a skit with Jody, and it's about the coal mines, which is a big part of our history and something that a lot of the oral history participants, they mention. So she's talking about that, and then also the lack of opportunity in Grundy and how a lot of the younger folks feel like they have to leave home, and this is something that the older folks struggle with, having to lose their younger children to the big cities.
Horrible, by the way.
Yes. And then Scarlett Andrews is doing a piece about belonging and how she doesn't feel like she belongs. And that's a big thing because she's a cheerleader and she participates in all these sports, but she still feels like there's not a place for her to go. Abby Parker is doing what is it called?
A monologue over the Highlander Folk School.
Yeah, a monologue over the Highlander Folk School, which is, it's so interesting. And then Kai is doing a piece. Do you want to talk about your piece?
Yeah,
Yes.
I wrote a poem that I'll be performing, and I don't want to spoil it, but I have some things to do during the poem, some scenery type stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna.
And-
It's interesting.
Yeah, and my poem is about change. I just kind of feel like a lot of people around here are more closed-minded about just different stuff. Some of them talked about it in interviews. And I just kind of want people to open their minds a little bit and see that it's not as bad as it seems.
Well, and it's not. And you hit a really important part close to Belinda and I's heart. We don't want our kids to move away.
Yeah.
You know, we want you to settle down, have some babies so we can be mammas, you know. So, but that is important in our culture, to be around family. And it kills us when y'all have to leave. And it's everything we were trying to do to keep that from happening. So that's so cool. Give us, all right, so the times. Who wants to talk about the times and what we're to expect?
So the first time is Saturday, July 25th, 6 through 8 p.m.
6 p.m., okay.
And then we have Sunday, July 26th, 2 to 4 p.m. We have filled out on reservations, so we're only doing walk-ins.
Wow, that is so cool.
And the way this works, Saturday is 6 to 8, but the way you'll come into the school and we'll get started is start downstairs, and there'll be a place for refreshments, and we've got pretty sure we've got a place for childcare. They've got some games in a room set up, and we'll have some place to sit. What I expect is it'll kind of be a class reunion sort of a thing. People will see friends, and it'll just be a really easy conversation and a lot of fun. And the posters on the lockers are set up all downstairs, so you can mingle and walk and look at the people on the posters and read the stories. And then every 30 minutes the play will start, so there'll be kind of a reception area, and then your group will be called and you'll go upstairs, and it's a 30-minute, and I believe Katie calls it promenade style. Is that what it is, where you go from one skit, one play to another, and that will be set up upstairs.
And we've got an elevator.
We got an elevator now. Yes. We sure do.
That is so exciting. So let me wrap my head around it, Belinda. 30-minute skits. Which room is it upstairs that they're going to be
in
going?
the hallway, and in the old chemistry lab where the elevator is. So you'll come off the elevator, and there it'll be.
And there it is. Yeah. Okay, and every 30 minutes you start the same play.
Mm-hmm. And it's how many plays will be going on up there? All of them, right? How many?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So
how many separate ones? I think you said 6. How many did you mention? We have puppets.
Maybe 7.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Seven.
And we'll also be having a tour guide, which is Abby Parker. It's very fun. I love talking about this. She's going to be a class president, and so you get to kind of she's trying to get you to vote for her. So that as well. And something that we really mulled over, and something that we really wanted to made sure we had, was seats for some of the folks who can't sit down for that long period of time. So if it's something that you don't think that you'd be able to sit through, we do have seats.
You guys have thought of everything. What should we do when we come? It's a free event? Can we donate to anything?
Yes. The way that we will continue this legacy that they've started is that funding, we've depleted the funding from the National Geographic Society, but for a $50 donation that covers the cost of the poster and the students to process the interview and get it in print form, $50, and you can nominate a class member, and that way we'll keep the money, and next summer we'll add another 30 posters to the mix.
So we can just, is there a link that we can pay?
There is,
okay.
And it'll be available that night, the day and night that we're doing this, but also you can look at the Grundy Safe Communities Coalition.
Okay.
It's on the flyer that's going around.
Is
So
it
it's
one
got
of
a
those
QR code. How fancy, an elevator and a QR code.
I was going to be a QR code one year for Halloween, because it just is everywhere. And I'm saying, when you're on the phone and you're like, how do I QR code it when it's in my phone? I just don't understand. I'm still getting up to speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to chime in and just say that Garrett and I had been traveling. Garrett Hebdley, my coworker, and we've been traveling and been at conferences and been to Tea and Strong with Grundy County students. And this is sort of I'm hearing this for the first time a little bit too.
Oh.
And you all have been working on this behind closed doors, getting it ready. I am so happy about this project, and I'm just so glad to hear that y'all saying it's so much fun. And that's, a plug for Grundy Safe Communities Coalition. That is what we aspire to do for youth and families. We don't have the big boys and girls clubs. We don't have skateboard parks and all that stuff. But through this generous grant funding, we've made this beautiful opportunity not only for the students who've had so much fun. This is an opportunity for everybody to come and see the history of place and experience, friendship. It's just such an amazing opportunity. And I'm hearing both of y'all say how much fun it was. And that's what it's about. We have to lift up our youth so that these kind of legacies can continue and give you all this opportunity. I'm hearing you say, you were shy and you didn't do much and you wanted to kind of get more involved. Since June, you've been doing this since June. Mm-hmm. And look,
I would have never. I'm like shy.
I know, but look at I just want to take some time to ponder the impact it's had on you all, and how this may be at some point life changing and enhancing your lives and enriching your lives. And I may cry. I'm so proud of this project or these projects. And the National Geographic funding is what made the lockers possible and the interviews and all that. And I'll also say that the funding also afforded a stipend. So not only has this been fun and enriching, they're getting paid to do this important work.
I love that.
So and then Sarah Hamilton getting involved and the community action team at Sewanee. This is how we need to lift each other up. Some of the stories were sad. We had people in their interviews. We had to stop interviews because people got misty-eyed.
Bring your tissues, kids.
Yeah. So good stuff, and I'm so proud of you all and the teams that help with this. And it's a community effort. It's a big community effort.
But, we got Jody, and
I know. I know,
yeah,
celebrity. But please come and join us. Please be patient because we're at walk-in status now, and you may have to wait a little bit, but there are plenty of neighbors and friends to talk with. We'll have some lemonade and cookies.
Are you going to do it again? Like, what if we can't get in?
Well, that's a conversation we're going to have. And, we're probably in we can ask Emily Parton, but the theater, the old auditorium is almost finished. The gymnasium is almost finished. So we're hoping that the Littell Parton Center will be that hub for community support, for social services, for fun. We had hoped that we would be doing these productions in the auditorium, but the timeline just didn't match up. But we're doing it anyway. Improvising. And Sarah Hamilton and Katie and her team, they're all just masters of just getting it done.
Yeah.
And come see us. It's going to be fun.
So are you.
Oh, I'm just an idea person.
Never say no. I've never been able to say no to Emily, and I've never been able to say no to Belinda.
Thank you for saying yes.
But anyway, I'm going to send these guys out to spread joy and sunshine because that's really what it's. I'm going to start crying. How do you not do that? Being around this.
Yeah. At this conference we were at in Orlando, it was all about youth empowerment. We work with the DEA, and it's sort of the heavy training stuff that Garrett and I do. But there were a lot of conversations about what youth in our country. This was actually an international conference, but when I would talk about this, I would just get cold chills and get misty-eyed because it's that impactful. I believe not just for you all who did it, but for the community. How do we move forward if we don't know our history? And come see it. And then this is the Littell Parton Center's open 5 days a week. And if you're in town and you just want to see what we're talking about and you miss the play, come over and meander through the hallways and just look at this important work and the fun work and see those headshots versus the senior picture of some of your community members.
We have at the Heritage Center, we have all of the yearbooks from the beginning, and that's why I know the 25. And it is so wild to see pictures like PC Flurry, him and and Dean Gibson are on the same yearbook page, and you're just like, "You're old man, there is no way."
Yeah.
So what a treat. One day, girls, get in this your thinking cap. We would love to have like a Grundy County history production every whatever, and have that about our history. And like
Yes.
Unto These Hills, just a production of, because our history is pretty flipping cool. I mean,
Yes.
Oh, it is.
seriously. And it is. Grundy Grit is a real thing. And so just to have our own story.
Yes, let us partner on that.
Yeah.
And maybe we could do, just do a summation or something, just partnering with that, and
Absolutely.
about this being such the strong history. We're wide open.
Yeah.
We'll do what you need us to.
Well, that Janelle, or in the library gals at the Heritage Center, got a grant, 10250 grant. We love grants, and we're very thankful for grants. And it's basically, anyway, it's celebrating our history, and they got a oral history room now.
Oh, wow.
They were funded. They put this in the grant. They went with the grant. And they got rejected by it. They only asked for like $11,000, and it's a $20,000 grant. So they're like, I'm just going to ask for 20. And and got approved. And so they've got in the closet, small, but it's a oral history room.
Oh.
And a place to also record oral histories. So they'll have
That sounds like StoryCorps.
Yes.
With NPR.
So the opportunities, everybody's getting on that same page of preserving all of our stories.
Well, and another, and Katie and her team would need to probably talk more about it, but this is a 2892 National Geographic grant funding program. Wow. And 2892, you all help me if you know, is the number of miles across country. And the recipients of this grant will be geo-mapped along the country. So we will be part of that. And I don't understand all the way it's going to work, but National Geographic will geo-map what we're talking about and this history for the rest of the world. So it's really cool.
How cool is that, kids?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So this locker project will be on the map.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know how it's going to be done, but I don't think that way. I don't think
yeah.
Stephen and everybody, but but it's just so important and so fun, and yeah.
Hi, last words.
I don't know. What are the last
What are
words?
the last words? You're talking to your family out there. You're talking to your friends. You're heading into senior year. Why should they go to this project?
I think just to see all our stuff. I mean, we worked really hard
We
on
did
it.
work really hard.
I think it's going to be really cool. And it's also got some interactive pieces, so should definitely come.
Yeah.
Yep. Amelia.
I am so sorry. I completely forgot about this whenever I was mentioning all of our pieces. How could I? Jordani, she's one of the most special people ever. I swear that girl is so funny. And she has one of the most funniest pieces. You will laugh so hard. You must come to the show just to watch her piece.
It's a comedy show too.
It is. Oh my gosh, it is so special.
That's high praise right there. All right. Any other last words than that? Come for that one.
I am just so grateful to be a part of this and to be here right now. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, of course. Thank you for your hard work.
Thank you so much.
Linda, last words.
Oh man, I think they've said it all, but it's going to be fun. It's free. It's a permanent display, so if you do happen to be on vacation or something, come by and just take a look at the lockers. I don't think it's going to stop here. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg for what we're doing with you all and with, imagine us following these two for the next 10 years.
I mean, right?
Imagine at some point their story being told. You know, that is what we're talking about. I'm class of 1980 from that school, Never thought I'd be back working in the home ec classroom. I left kicking and screaming and cussing and spitting, and there I am. But it's just, our histories are important. And these stories are tender and sad and funny. Clearly they're funny, but
Most definitely.
it's just who we are, and we've all loved and lost classmates, and the high school years. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's the best years of your life." I don't think it was for me, but it was really a really good section of my life, and it's where we're learning about life and friendships, and that's what they said. That's my last words. What they said, and come and see what they said, because it's going to be something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Well, I am now going to send these. I could talk to them forever. I'm going to send them out to spread joy and sunshine. They can find out more information on where.
At the Littell Parton Center Facebook. Grundy Safe Communities Facebook pages. It's Monteagle Bulletin Board, all those places. Funding was also made available from South Cumberland Community Fund. So there's a real good piece about this, about the play, in Tom Sanders' newsletter this month. So I'll try to get that available to you. But if you need more information, want more information, belinda.gscc@gmail.com. That's my email. 931-260-4171 is my work phone number. So reach out, find me. I'm pretty accessible. Drop by the high school and ask around about it if you can't get that. Yeah.
And take the elevator.
And I think there'll be a piece in the Herald this week about it.
I'm sure there will. Did Beth do it?
Beth.
I love my Beth. Oh my goodness. All right. I swear to goodness, we're out of here. We're going to take a quick break, thank our sponsors because we love them, and we'll be right back. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. We'll see you in a minute.